Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the digital asset investor, and Ripple just put out its Q1 2023 XRP markets report. Here's the notable takeaways. Total XRP sales by Ripple in Q1 2023, net of purchases 361 million versus 226 million the previous quarter. XRP ledger on-chain activity remains strong. Decentralized exchange volumes increased 34% to 115 M. Q1 2023 versus Q4 2022. XRP average daily volume on centralized exchanges jumped 46% to 1 billion from 698 million. The EU, UK, UAE proposed new regulatory regimes for crypto focused on licensing and activity-based frameworks. Developers proposed a new interoperability standard, XLS 38D, for XRP ledger that would enable users to transfer digital assets and data between blockchains regardless of underlying protocol and or programming language. It's all good stuff. Okay, then we got this from the official cool guy of the Digital Asset Investor channel. He says, I'd like to know who's funding his lawsuit, because no attorney is doing on contingency fee to get a percentage of $500. In other words, the guy lost $500, I guess. He's talking about this Zakhanov case. This guy says it's not about how much money Vladdy Zakhanov lost trading XRP. It's about how much he's being paid to sue Ripple. People don't spend several years pursuing justice for $250. This stinks. That's not me saying it, it's him. Then Jeremy Hogan down here, he says, I think the play here is to let the SEC do all the heavy lifting as to the SEC, as to the Section 5 violation. Then, if it is successful, try and sign up 10,000 people to a class action. That's a fee on $5 million, and the XRP plans get a gift certificate for a turkey. Exactly. All right, then we've got this guy, this ZK, this is so funny. This ZK Shark guy is acting like he just discovered gold with the Gary Gensler MIT teaching lessons, and we've made him aware that the XRP army was uncovering all of this a long time ago. The only problem is this ZK and Coinbase and all of them that are looking at these clips now, the problem they have is that the XRP army was pointing out the things that were said about Ethereum, and none of them want to show those things. Here's one example of a clip that the Cowboy.crypto, who's the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, brought to everyone's attention.
Vitalik wanted to raise money. He was maybe 19 years old. He looped in with a venture capitalist from Canada, Joe Lubin, who now runs Consensus.
Gary sure does seem to know a lot of the details. I didn't know those details till I heard Gary say them.
Lubin took about 10% or 9.5% of the offering. They put 9.5% in a foundation called the Ethereum Foundation, and the other 80% was sold to the public for $18 million. We'll talk later in the semester as to whether that was really a securities offering. I publicly said I think so. But that was in 2014, and in 2018, the Securities and Exchange Commission has said, regardless of what it might have been in 2014, it's now sufficiently decentralized that we'll consider it not a security. But in essence, they raised $18 million, and we're off to the races.
Okay, so he knows that's a security. Then we've got this exclusive JP Morgan head of digital assets discusses the bank's plans to tokenize traditional financial assets. JP Morgan is completely left alone in digital assets to just keep doing what they're doing. Everybody else is considered evil by the SEC. Then we've got Emi Yoshikawa. She's putting out more pictures from Consensus 2023. And it looks like the XRP has got a presence there. The learning zone, XRP ledger, they've got a whole setup there. And then there was also, this is Michael Sonnensen from Grayscale. Listen to what he says. He's at Coin Consensus 2023 as well.
We are spending a ton of time in DC, and I think that a lot of folks that were maybe on the sidelines or from looking at crypto from outside the ecosystem might have believed that in the wake of FTX and other events that occurred during this crypto winter, that we would have taken a very meaningful step backwards in terms of moving forward with legislation, with policy, with the clarity that we want. And what we've been really encouraged by is the engagement we've had in DC. So my team and I have been spending time with both sides of the aisle, both chambers. There has never been a more engaged, knowledgeable base of politicians and their offices around crypto.
Everything these guys are experiencing in there, everybody paying attention to crypto, they can thank the XRP army for that, because we're the ones that got this whole ball rolling, and these people don't even acknowledge it. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. And then we've got this. I'm trying to show you anything I see from Consensus that's got XRP or Ripple or anything like that. Looking forward to spending time with the XRPL community. Let's see who this is. Raquel Amanda. She's Web3 PR and community building at Ripple. So she apparently works at Ripple. And so it looks like they're even serving coffee there. Let's see what else we've got. Then David Schwartz pops up over there. This is called Fireside Chat, the future of Web3 and XRP Ledger. I have not, and it's someone from XRPL Commons, I have not seen any video from this, but I will let you know when I do. Then we had this was from that same Fireside Chat. Now, then we had this clip right here. And I wanted to play this. This guy is, what's his name? Sergey Nazarov, okay? Watch what he says.
CBDCs is another interesting topic where people have different views on it. I think the tokenization of all this stuff will, to a certain degree, create some governmental controls that some people may or may not like. And to another degree, it will increase the amount of value that can efficiently flow into both the traditional financial system and more importantly, into the crypto system. And those CBDCs, I think, will also need to be part of this messaging standard.
Correct.
Or not part of it, but they will need to utilize something of that sense, right? And so I don't think that a messaging standard, I think it also covers treasury management, basically. It doesn't just cover the securities or the commodities industry. Basically, this messaging standard across chains, because if CBDCs all have a different chain, it's really just the same problem, right? It's how do I transact from my treasury into a commodity, out of a commodity into a security, across 5 different chains through a single messaging system that makes it simple for my back end to do that as a bank or an institution.
I know how you could do that. I'm going to help him out. Watch this. For you.
Are verified by the same consensus protocol used by the XRP ledger, which is less energy intensive, cheaper, and over 120,000 times more efficient than things like proof of work. Major first step in providing central banks with a secure, controlled, and flexible solution. Imagine every major institution in the world able to settle every major fiat asset with every other institution in a compatible jurisdiction in seconds for less than a penny. And I'll say that again in case you missed it. Imagine every major institution in the world able to settle every major fiat asset with every other institution in a compatible jurisdiction in seconds for less than a penny. That is a very, very big deal. Another use case is DeFi. Many in crypto agree that we're all building for a multi-chain future, where every network is optimized for a specific use case. For example, the XRP ledger was built for payments in the same way that ETH was built for smart contracts, and that's why much of DeFi is built on ETH today. More and more exchanges are looking to DeFi to create interoperable experiences for their users, alleviate network congestion, cut costs, so on. In turn, the ability to interoperate crypto across networks will break down barriers for broader adoptions by reaching new users. Developers want to build bridges between networks for complementary use cases. The XRP ledger is well suited to make this possible, with its native XRP acting as a neutral bridge asset that can easily be exchanged from one chain to another. XRP is consistently a top 5 most traded asset, and DeFi applications built on top would be built in a way that would cater to what institutions want. The future of crypto will be a multi-chain world, but not without first achieving cross-chain interoperability.
There you go. And then check this out. Speaking of CBDCs, kick off this guy right here, Elijah Mugosa, advisor in the Prime Minister Office in charge of economic policy matters, served as liaison officer of United Nations. Kickoff project we are implementing with Ripple, central bank digital currency, and blockchain in Montenegro. Project will explore different aspects and use cases of blockchain technology, starting from payments, escrow, supply chain, digital identity, and compliance. Potential for innovation is limitless in different areas of everyday life. Still, a lot of work needed to be done. That is so cool right there. How about them apples? I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that it was always XRP. Thanks for listening.